Yes, my people. What's good? What's good? Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget as well to like and share the vids. All right, let's talk about a fight that we all want to see. I was just thinking of all the British fights, so just British fights that can be made right now. I still think AJ Fury's number one. I still think that's number one. But, in fact, I don't know, you know. I mean, see, with AJ versus Fury, in fact, it is AJ Fury. But AJ versus Fury, I think a lot of people, I think if you ask 100 boxing fans, I think 80 would say that Fury would win. So we just want to see it. But I think majority of people would say right now, Fury wins. Yarde Buatsi, I'm 50-50. You ask 100 people. In fact, after yesterday's showing, I think it might be 55-45 Yarde. Am I wrong? Let me know. I don't know. But I think it's a fight that everyone wants to see. Like the British boxing public should demand it. And I have to apologize to you all. I fucked up yesterday. In my post-fight interview, I should have mentioned it. I'm getting better. It is. I'm new to this. I'm gonna get better, I promise you. I'm gonna make these post-fight interviews harder. I'm gonna watch more Max Kellerman post-fight interviews and make them harder. But I should have asked about Yarde, because that's the fight we want to see. That's it. Yarde done his work against Lyndon Arthur, although that was last year. There's nothing about Yarde, by the way. What's going on? Frank Warren, what is going on? You have a talent there. You have a talent. You've got a manager that sells the fight. You've got a fighter that delivers. I don't understand. Are we really just going to sit out and wait for the winner of Joe Smith-Peterbiev? Is that what we're doing? So Yarde's going to be out of the ring for a year. And even then, it's not guaranteed, because if Bivol doesn't fight Golovkin, Bivol's going to want to fight the winner, and then, well, that's an undisputed fight, so it supersedes. What are we doing? But anyway, look, Yarde got his work done against Lyndon Arthur, looked good, looked spiteful. Best Yarde I've seen. But Buatsi, we saw, got the job done against Craig Richards. Looked spiteful, looked good. Probably the best win of his career. Can we get it on, please? Can we get it on? Like, this is the fight. Like, of all the light heavies, like the light heavyweight division in this country, we all know is fantastic, right? I mean, from number 1 down to number 8, I don't know what order you have it in, but from number 1 to number 8, it's fantastic. But this is the one. Like, no one's ever said, I want to see it, and guys, don't come for me, please. I'm just being brutally honest. I haven't heard people say, I want to see Callum Johnson Buatsi. It's got to happen. Or even Callum Smith, who could be the best in the division. No one said, you know what, or Callum Smith Yarde, or Dan Aziz versus Rich. No. It's always been Yarde Buatsi. For the last 4 years, maybe, it's been all Yarde Buatsi. And then what happened? Yarde went and fought Kovalev for a world title. No problem in that. Lost. And then it was like, okay, maybe. But then Buatsi had that fight against Kalic. And it was like, oh, I don't, what's going on with Buatsi. Then injured. So it was like, and then now though, they've both done that. They've both had big wins, their biggest wins of their careers. Both of them make it. There's money in it as well. Like, this is the thing, there's money, and surely when there's money, it makes sense. No? I mean, surely, and look, Eddie said he made a £1 million offer to Yarde to fight. So it should have been Yarde yesterday versus Buatsi. It got turned down because supposedly, again, they're waiting for the winner of Smith-Peterbiev. I don't know. Who knows if that's true? But if it was 1 million a few months ago, the number's gone up now. Because the public want to see it. There's public demand. One thing I do wonder, as much as I think it's a big fight, as much as I crave it, and I know all of you guys crave it, I do wonder if Eddie sat down yesterday, and they'll look through the analytics. They'll do all their things. I mean, there was around, I think, 6,000 in there yesterday. Oh, when you make a £1 million offer to Yarde, obviously Buatsi's going to get something similar, maybe a bit more. Does the fight generate that? Like, as much as in my eyes it's a big fight, big fight, does it fill up the O2? Does it? Because I thought Buatsi Richards would have done that. It didn't. So they might look at things like that and think, okay, just how big is it? I think it's huge. I think, if, again, you get Tunde in, Tunde's Marmite, but hey, Tunde will do well. Frank, get him involved in it as well. It's a big, big fight. And it's a fight, it needs to happen. And another reason why I think it needs to happen, as much as both of them are chasing world titles, and I get that, I understand that. You know, Yarde's had a world title shot, he wants another one. Buatsi has always promised that that's going to be where he, you know, that's his landing spot, world level. I don't know if either of them are quite ready. Like, look, Joe Smith, I'd put them in with both of them with Joe Smith now. Joe Smith's a puncher, but so are these guys. Both of these guys can hit. But Turbiev now, Bivol now, not quite sure. Not quite sure. Why not go together? And it's not, there wouldn't be a loser unless someone gets smacked and cracked and knocked out in the first couple of rounds. There wouldn't be a loser. It would be a fight of the year contender, and the winner goes on. Obviously, the loser goes on as well. Sometimes it just works like that. The loser sometimes stock rises, and the loser in this fight, the stock would rise. It's a fantastic fight. It really is. And I think they're number 1 and 2 in the division. I think they're number 1 and 2. I know that Callum Smith got that good win against Castillo, which feels like an age ago, by the way. That was on the undercard of AJ Usyk. We talk about what's going on with AJ. What's going on with Callum Smith? Anyway, I think they're number 1 and 2 in the division. I'm a big fan of Buatsi. I think Buatsi is number 1 because he's beat Craig Richards, and I think he's number 1. Craig Richards, to me, is a better fighter than Lyndon Arthur. So I'm going Buatsi. I'm going Yarde. I'm going Smith, Johnson, Richards, Aziz, Arthur, the rest. Fair? I don't know. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Peace and love.